Andrea.
Hello.
Hello.
I mean, I really love to be at that place where there's no need to look at anything with you, but there's also a wish to share a bit, and to hear you on what moves me. Yeah, and it's about how to bring this like to the mundane, to the daily. And we touched on it when we were together last time. And it's and something inside of me is not sure if I'm clinging to an idea and
Oh,
it feels like I'd like a friend to look at it with me.
oh, I love to be here for that.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, and this idea is somehow about, I shared it in one of Isaac's meetings too, that Yatran and myself, we really carry the deep wish to share this with others, and not in a new kind of format, but in daily life.
Yeah.
Like, because for my being, it feels so normal. Like, I mean, we meet on like human to human and as all that we are. No need to put anybody on a pedestal, no more hierarchies. This is really the vision I carry in this system. Or this system is even like drawing me in. And of course, it again and again. I'm this open floor teacher now, and holding sessions, and Yatun and I, we open our house to just for this invitation, but not as we are the facilitators. But for me, it feels as if people still need this gap, like a certain role or a certain format me changing heads really clearly, that something else can open up. And I'm really just super curious, how do you experience that? How is it for you? And yeah, and I'm really at that threshold to let go of any idea.
Mm. 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 It's so beautiful how you speak to me. Mm. So my experience with that is mm, mm, see how to speak that. I can see when somebody likes some guidance, and normally it is what I'm noticing then is that it is actually a young organization that needs guidance. We have all these aspects in us, and they're kind of just waiting to be met. So, and you see how I'm dealing with that. What I always love is that I can share that is what I'm noticing, and then making that distinction, that is actually an aspect of this body system that really looks for guidance. And then then I can see if there is an exchange possible, or I also send people somewhere else where that can be addressed if that is not what feels like my purpose. Sometimes it's easy to go there with somebody because if there's the awareness of it, then it's easy. Then there is the bigger picture, and oh yes, I recognize there is something that really is longing for guidance. You saw that at the retreat. There was this one woman, and there for me it was, it was clear that I could not give the attention at the retreat that her system actually was longing for. So in that case, it was really, really good that she herself decided to go. So I'm making those distinctions because, if these so-called young organizations show up, it is nearly not possible to meet level.
It's
It's
even a vortex where the trauma like sucks you in.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or just, it doesn't even have to be a trauma. It's just, an aspect that couldn't complete itself yet.
Yes.
And it's still waiting to be picked up. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's good. It's just, I always love to point it out what it is so that that it's still possible to meet on same eye height, on same level. And then it's also interesting, to whoever comes, to have that conversation. If that is interesting to somebody, maybe it's really not the right place to be. Or you don't mind. There's all these different options. I love pointing out. So when I notice something like that, I really love pointing out so that at least there's awareness of that pattern that's going on, so that I can be free in a way, can do my job, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah, and how it seems to me, it is helpful to give it like a name or a format, Like
Mm-hmm.
we all know why we
Mm-hmm.
come here in a way.
Yes, absolutely.
And this makes like this emptying or this creation of the field.
Yes.
And in daily life, my experience is often very painful when I try like so-called social connections.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that the other one like meets me at a place where, as I said last time, my system in a way is still contracting a bit. I'm honoring that, but it
Mm-hmm.
feels painful
Mm-hmm.
and it's not reacting with an open heart,
Mm-hmm.
reacting with an retraction or like
Mm-hmm.
an very clear I don't go there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it seems to be a recognition that, yeah, this great clarity is in a way needed
Mm-hmm.
in whatever encounter I have. I mean, the clarity is obviously at one point there,
Mm-hmm.
but in daily life, as we all know, when it speeds up, it goes super quick. If
Mm-hmm.
we change, let's say, levels or viewpoints, or
Mm-hmm.
perspectives, or
So whenever you notice, um, that's already, then there's already a shift going on, isn't it?
yes.
Yes. Yeah. So there are a few possibilities to go with that in a way. You are clear that the so-called other, can't help it. They just do what they have to do, however they do it, and it's not your business. So that's always very clear to me, when I'm going here and there. Okay, maybe I reach my feelers out. Let's see if can we connect in a more conscious way. And if that's not possible, then it's okay. It's okay. It's none of your business what the other person is doing. You just look what is necessary for this system to be at peace. And it might be just that it recognizes, oh, here nothing is really possible, not something that's interesting to me. So, I can be kind and then I just move on. It's not really an interest, but, you know, nothing wrong with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that um, just recognizing what's going on and then looking where it wants to move.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very simple in a way.
Hmm.
And when the system gets activated in the situation, there's always a point where you notice, so, whoa, and then you can excuse yourself. You can say, oh, I really need to go, or, whenever you notice. So it's not the fault of the other, it's also not your own fault. It's just that recognition. Here, the frequency is not met, not the frequency I'm interested in. And then, like Aikido, you just find your way somewhere, even if it's to the toilet, whatever. And then you breathe and you come back to yourself. So, oh, wow, that was an interesting exchange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excursion. Yes. Wow, it nearly got me, but luckily there was the recognition at one point, and here I am coming back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's ongoing, Andrea. That's an ongoing school.
Yeah, thank you, Mike, and also big thank you to you both. I mean, just to for me, you're really the most decent expressions, and where, yeah, I I I can
Thank you.
so like take it.
Oh,
Um, hmm.
very happy to hear. Thank you, Andrea. Mm.
And also, and just to name it, at the retreat, it was like every movement was so, in a way, attuned to what feels true here. Um,
Mm.
and not that it has to be like that, but it's
No,
so
no,
happy
no.
to drink it in and
Yeah.
to
I,
realize that it is possible, and it is,
yes,
yeah.
yes, exactly. That it is possible, that it is possible. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do another one next year.
Yes. Yoo-hoo! Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mm.
thank you for bringing it back to such a simplicity and to ease, like with this simply excuse myself and
Yes. Yeah. You know, I mean, I know you know, but our systems have been conditioned like this now, this strange social exchange since so long. I mean, just if you look back, um, how we have learned to put all those masks on and not to connect. Not to connect. I mean, that's been our upbringing, huh? Just
yeah,
pretending most of the time, being kind and friendly and stuff, but not really showing the rawness of ourselves. It's quite amazing. So it is a bit of a, it's a bit of a deal. So, you know, it doesn't go from one day to the other, obviously.
yeah,
Yeah. So, you know, there again, if you can be as kind as possible with your personal system.
yeah. There is a. I just recently heard the term um transformational greed, or
Ah,
being greedy for transformation,
yeah.
and it somehow resonated with me.
Yeah.
Like there is
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
wants it to be faster, and even though I know it has its own timing.
Yeah. But how sweet is that?
Mm.
Oh man, I also like, oh man, knowing what is possible.
Yeah,
Gosh, you know,
yeah.
sometimes you just want to push it a bit.
Yes. Oh, not that again. Oh, is this really necessary?
Yeah, you know, but that is such a beautiful moment in a way, because that is when a movement can happen. It's
Mm.
like then you can have another look. I mean, I play that with that. I love it. And just checking in again, is it possible, or where is it possible to meet this person that I'm with? Is there any, you know, but that's my sport in a way. That's so interesting to me. Even with people where it seems there's no way, you know, there's no way of meeting. And somehow if I'm in that stable situation, let's say it like that, then it's like, can I find just something where we can meet? It's really curious, and it's absolutely amazing how much is possible when you see clearly.
Yeah.
You see clearly. But that's again, you know, if that I love that. It's for me very interesting, but it's not interesting for everybody. So it's just good to recognize what's going on and then see, okay, do I stay or do I go? And you know, sometimes it's just not worth it. I've had
I
that
can
too.
really feel the delicious aspect in it, and and realizing that in this system there seemed to still be a little something which is connected with this the thread that brings up not to behave right.
Okay.
And
Fantastic.
yeah, and it's really, really tangible, and it's getting closer and closer.
Wow. Mm.
Um,
Oh,
like,
just that once.
mm,
Yes. So, there is still that you said, but it is seen right now. So you can only say up until now.
yeah,
Yeah. It's so clearly seen. And then holding it so tight and loving to your heart.
yeah.
It was necessary for so, so long.
And as you just pointed, I mean, I really just want to put another layer away
Yeah.
with the social conditioning, the cultural conditioning. It feels really um like the ja bestraft zu werden,
Yeah.
just one breath away.
Being punished. Yeah.
Being punished is just one
Yeah.
breath away from, because I
Yes.
with my clarity, and I sometimes I really have an oomph. I mean,
Mm.
obviously there is this oomph energy in me, like "Boom, here I am,
Mm.
bomb like sometimes it is somehow
Uh-huh.
that, and it really pisses people off when I come with when I'm at my clear point, and it comes
Mm.
with this straightforward energy.
Hmm.
And then I have the feeling it's just a breath away that the knife is right into between my ribs.
Mm.
I mean, I'm
Mm.
exaggerating a bit, but
Yeah, see, that's a learning, Andrea. Just really to stay here. You can't get it right for everybody. Never, however you behave. There will be, especially if you step into um, this new frequency, but you know what I mean. There is you will not it will not be possible to get it right for everybody. For one, you are not soft enough. For the other one, you're not harsh enough. It's like that. So the projections come very, very strongly, very strongly. You can never do it right. I can tell you that. That's at least my experience.
yes.
So the more, and that's the big, been and still is the big school for my system. It's like, okay, here I am. This is what I have to offer. This is what I'm doing. I don't have a clue why, actually, but I'm glad that I'm doing this because I like it. I can say it like that. Um, there's a passion in there, and I know there's a million projections. You should talk this, you should know this, it's unbelievable, unbelievable. So I'm always my practice falling back in, falling back in, falling back in, falling back in.
Mhm.
Yeah. None of my business what anybody else is doing. If there's a projection onto me, yeah, 100,000 knives
Yes.
again and again coming back here. I don't know another way. It's the only way, and don't listen to anything anybody else says.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not touching this frequency that opens up into what we know and what we are here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's radical. I know you know that. It's very radical.
I
Yeah.
know. I
Yes.
experience it, yes.
Absolutely, and also all those, let's say, I mean, we're all crazy in a certain way, but those that are also really confused, um, for those, this can be a magnet.
Yes.
So it's, yeah, I know you would find your way.
Yeah, I already feel there were more questions, but because it's a kind of internal.
Yes, it's internal.
Yeah, and the answers are pouring in already.
Yes,
Um,
yeah,
and yeah, feel deeply seen and
exactly, exactly. Never make it about yourself. Yeah, you just do what you have to do.
it was it really landed well in my system that you were so clear at the retreat with leave unbearable situations, because this
Yeah,
was also something this system never learned.
yeah,
And I had a taste of it, but at the retreat it was really like boom.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really good,
Yeah,
huh?
it was really good.
Yeah, and my system knows it well, of course. Gosh, so well, sitting through actually unbearable situations, or not knowing how to move,
Yeah,
instead of,
not knowing how
wow,
to move. Yeah.
yeah, instead of, when it learned to move, it's like, wow, oh, oh, just move.
Mm.
No right, no wrong. It's just, mm. I always love watching cats and dogs. They just get up from one place, go to the next, 2 steps sometimes, turn around and sleep there for an hour. Then they get up again, go a few steps over there, and you don't know why. So that frozenness that sits in most of our systems, that, we don't even know how to move sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's also just recognizing that. And then movement will come by itself, my experience.
Yeah, mine too.
Mm. Mm.
Mm. Mm. Just beauty. Mm.
Mm. Mm. Judith.
Mhm. Hi, Meike. Hi,
Hello, you're not
everyone.
with it?
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
in my other movie, new movie. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
You want to share with the others what happened? I'm pretty sure everybody's curious.
Okay. It was the 9th of June, and it was like 5 o'clock. And I thought, let I make a little walk before dinner through the woods. And I was walking in the woods, and there were 2 women, each with a dog. And those dogs were wildly playing with each other. They were completely into each other. And it were 2 big dogs. And I saw it and I thought, okay, I just passed them. And then suddenly from behind, bang, the 2, you could see 2 times 30 kilos like that, bumped into me. And my knee, my left knee made a twist. And then I fell on the ground and I felt the pain. And I couldn't stand on that leg anymore. So I first started to call Martin so that he could come to the wood. And then I asked one of the women to call an ambulance to see what. And then Martin came, and he's then good in the practical things. So we wanted the names of the woman and the telephone numbers and all these things. And they carried me to a little bench where I could sit. Then the ambulance people came, and now they found out that I couldn't walk. And then the fireman needed to be called, and the fireman needed to bring me from the woods to the ambulance. And then I went to the hospital. And then they made x-rays. And my left knee is broken. The tibia plateau, the upper side of the bone from the underleg is broken on 3 places. It's actually the knee joint. And also the little head of the fibula is also broken. Yeah. And this is a complicated fracture. So now, Monday, I'm going to get my surgery for that. Yeah. And it will be a surgery of 2.5 hours, so it's quite long. But then I get metals in my leg, and then rehabilitation afterwards. And this all, so this is Monday, and on Wednesday, we move from the one house to the other. So it's for Maarten also needing to be on all places. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the story.
Oh.
As I wrote you, Alice in Wonderland in a totally new movie. Am I? And then between now I'm also in a recovery department of a hospital, but it's a different agency. And here are a lot of old people. I slept, for example, 10 days with a woman of 86. Who was quite loud and noisy during the nights. So yeah, this is it, where I find myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
From moving houses, moving into
totally
hospital.
focused and, packing and bringing stuff away, and in a flip second. Yeah.
Nice to see that you're in a good spirit.
Yeah. Somehow I'm quite surprised myself. Yeah. I say, oh wow, somehow I can do this.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And that is my sense, the beauty of all those years of being together, coming together, seeing that I can handle it. It's amazing.
Oh, wow.
It's really amazing.
That's the gift, huh?
That's such a gift. Oh, I get goosebumps. Yeah, that's really such a gift. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll tune in on Monday.
Oh, that would be so lovely. Yeah. So it will be between 11 and 12 o'clock Central European time. It's different for you.
Yeah.
So, and then 2.5 hours. But it will be night, I think, in your...
Definitely tuning in.
Oh, it's so great. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, yeah. And I must say, I have confidence in the doctor I get for this.
Yeah.
He's an orthopedic surgeon,
Yeah,
but he has a surgeon. He has a beautiful reputation. He has worked in Australia in a trauma center, a big trauma center for years, and yeah. So I get experienced hands. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it is really good to know.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
So good to be here.
So good to be here. So good to see and feel how you're doing, Judith, with all of that. Wow.
Oh.
Really, really beautiful.
Wow.
I felt it already when you wrote to me. Wow. So happy to feel this.
Oh, thank you so much. There are not so much taste, huh? Or you resist or you accept somehow.
That's
not so much more taste.
No, there's really not much more.
No.
No other options.
No. Better look with like wonder. Oh my gosh, what is this? like that. Yeah,
Mm.
hanging in there.
Hanging in there. Mm. Lots of love and all the best for the surgery.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank
Yeah.
you all.
Eva. Ah, there you are.
Wanted to look at something with you. um, yeah, like my stepmom now fell and she broke her hip. And yeah, it's the same, like the repetition of what happened to my dad almost. And yeah, so she's obviously even more confused than she was already because of the surgery and the anesthetics, and so
Yeah.
she cannot go home anymore, most likely. So she will from here go to a home, and yeah, a lot need to be arranged. Oh, they're actually calling me right now, so I have to answer. I'm
Good.
sorry because I'm the first person they contacted. I will be back later.
Yeah, you come back later. Susie.
Hello. Hey. Hi,
Hello.
everyone. I really enjoyed the conversation with Andrea at the beginning. It really resonated.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a sense of mm, transitioning in a way in my work space,
Oh. Mhm.
kind of. And it's it's I guess there's kind of less interest to put to do the kind of work that has kind of big I guess big responsibility or big public outcomes. I kind of work in the arts space, so often there's particularly community arts space, so often there's a there's I guess the way that the kind of sector has an emphasis on having big public outcomes. You've kind of big events and lots of people, and in kind of a bit of a high pressure environment, or at least components of that work.
Mm.
And I guess less and less there's less interest, I guess, to kind of move into that space.
Mm.
And I guess, there's a couple of components to that. One is, I think that's why that conversation with Andrea touched around, there's an element of chaoticness or something, or I don't know if chaoticness is the right word, but just that kind of real busyness that people work in. And I'm sure it's across lots of different sectors and spaces. I mean, a whole of society, really.
Yeah.
So it's I found myself, like kind of I guess less interest to kind of work with people in that space, I guess, if that makes sense. Because and I guess that kind of I really liked what you said about it's not about the other person. It's kind of doing what feels right for yourself. I guess there was just an element of feeling bad or something, or worrying about offending people. I'm not sure how to that makes sense.
Oh. Mm-hmm. It's like how do we whittle our way out of an environment that is actually unhealthy for us without being thrown out, I guess, even, huh? If, because lots of businesses, like you said, they run on that kind of stress. There's an element of stress in there. And lots of people think they like it because it seems they are effective. So if somebody doesn't want to do that, I can imagine it's not easy. Not easy. So that's where you find yourself in that city.
In that space. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, what I like about it is that there's an awareness coming. It's actually not really my interest, but how can I work here without doing the same old, And, it's a very exciting exploration, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'm just going to take my jacket off. I'm getting quite hot. All of a sudden,
it's exploring already. That's so cool.
2 seconds. I guess because there's such an element of not knowing, of just this unknowingness about what that space, that transition looks like, which is I find okay. I can sit with that uncomfortableness, I think, and I'm conscious the mind is often coming in to try and to solve it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Especially because there's because there's like a knowing of not wanting to do it, and I can feel that it's not a resistance, but it's like it's like that little one just going no, and kind of honoring that one in that space. Yeah, it's yep.
So exciting. So exciting because it is also really not knowing how it will move and how it can move and what's the outcome. It's just brand new, Susie. It's brand new.
Yeah, it feels really brand new. Yeah. And I don't know if I can make it. It's not that it's like I don't know, because I guess there's been that sense of like, is there space within this sector or space that I've been working in to do it differently, or is it stepping out of that space just to do something else for financial kind of purposes, I guess, because we all have that kind of
that will become
clear.
That will become very, very clear.
Mm.
If you can just stay with that exploration in yourself as gently as possible, and not going into any doubt.
Story. Okay.
Yeah. Story. I mean, mostly the stories have an element of doubt. Where one kind of gets a bit scared and backs off and has an idea that one should know how it looks like and all these things. It's brand new. You have no clue. You have no clue. So if you can go with that, it will all become clear. Maybe you have to leave that place. Who knows? But maybe something falls into place and a big shift even happens there. Who knows? If you can stay with that unknowing in a way that it doesn't trouble you, but that it stays curious,
Curious.
Yeah. One is, pulling back, and the other one is, whoa, this is actually really exciting. And, sometimes you go a bit slower, sometimes you go a bit faster, you kind of let it unfold. What happens when you hear this?
It's I guess what comes to mind is there's a situation where someone has someone is wanting to give money for a project, to do a project, and which is really lovely in a way, because it's a much I guess easier way, because generally it's either through grant funding or seeking funding myself, so it's a much easier process to have the money come to me without kind of effort in a way, but also it comes within that space of what that well, at least that's the perspective I'm bringing, that it has looked like before, which is that like working in that kind of very stressful, big public outcomes, like all of those things that I kind of mentioned. So I'm kind of conscious that is my experience of working in that space. And I guess it kind of brings up a little if I look deeper, it's like I'm letting other people, it's like I'm letting other people down or something, as opposed to it being about honoring myself, if that makes sense. Does that?
Okay, can you say a bit more what you mean by letting other people down?
Yeah, maybe that's not the right way to say it. It's like, I guess it's like, it's a funny time. It's a funny time in my in my kind of career, I guess career, for want of a better word, where it's like all of a sudden you get to that space where you kind of have those opportunities where people are coming to you to fund things or to be part of festival, or whatever the event is, which is kind of, I guess, the kind of dream, I guess, or the goal, in a sense.
Okay.
With that thinking.
Yes.
But then when that I find myself here, it's like actually, like, I have done that for a period of time, and that interest isn't there because it is stressful, and it is as a I guess as an independent, it is a lot of pressure personally, like as a one man kind of one woman kind of show, so to speak. So the sense is that, to answer your question, is it's hard to get into. Yeah, it's I don't know if it's that I can't be honest with them, that it's something I don't want to do.
Okay. But can you tell them what you want to do?
I think they would be open to hearing something alternative. Like, I think they kind of value what I have done and would be open to stuff. It would just be it would look very different to what they perhaps have done.
Yeah, but you know that if you have already a vision, present something new, and then you see the response. Maybe it's very appealing, but you will only find out if you present it this way, rather than you saying you don't want to do what they want you to do. Because you come up with a concept, or I don't know how you speak your business. You present something that's really interesting to you, and it's new. And then you see the response. Is that possible?
I think it is possible. I think, yeah, it's definitely possible to present something different, whether
Yes.
or
Yeah.
whether or
You
not.
know, You know, the funny thing is, it might even also change while you present, you know, like if it's really new, maybe they bring in aspects, I don't know, you know, there could be some new ideas even coming from them if there's an openness.
Mm.
But in the art business, I can imagine that there's an openness
Yeah,
to do it
yeah,
different.
yeah, I think there's always an openness to explore things differently.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so fun. I can feel a big butt in there. You know,
Say again.
I can feel like there's a big butt, you know, like butt. Yeah.
That, you know, that is the between the new and the old, huh? It's like, oh my God, it's that jump, huh? You're making a big jump, but you're asked to
Yeah.
bring something new, Susie. Again,
Yeah.
I find that very exciting. In a good way, exciting. But I can imagine, of course, whoa, you yourself don't really know yet, but you have already a vision. That's what I'm hearing. There is already an idea. Is that true?
There are some bubbling things
Oh,
that I feel like there's definitely an element of yeah, there's it's not a doubt, but there's an old pattern or a pattern that's coming up that's it's like it doesn't want to be out front, and it doesn't want to be seen or something.
okay.
Mm,
Okay. Yeah.
when I
Is
look
that
deeper, that's there.
okay? Is that old and done, or does it still need attention?
You could say it's like a resurfacing.
Reset. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, and just give it a kiss and say goodbye.
Mm, mm,
It sounds like that is done.
mm,
You're ready for something different now. So ready for something
mm, mm, mm. I think it kind of fits in with that way, that kind of old, or that way the arts operates, is that it tends to be it's like there isn't this sharing of what's like the old ways of doing it. It's one person has all the responsibility, if that makes sense. And actually that has less appeal to me, going forward. And it's like, is there a way where there can be like a collective or group of people that to work together who share that, where there isn't that onus on that one person, if that does that make sense?
Oh, totally. That is also the new time is that.
Okay, that actually feels amazing to say, actually.
Yes.
It's true. It's like that touches something deep.
It doesn't sit on one person's shoulders anymore. No, you do it together. Gosh.
Yeah, it's like where we can support each other in that space, where everyone has their ebbs and flows, and it's
Yeah.
like together we still
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
And kind of more. Sorry, you go.
I mean, I don't know, maybe there are different areas where, where a group of people, I'm not sure how it works in your business, but if there's one person who has the overview over everything, or if you can, I don't know, 5 people or for everyone for a different area, and then you can come together. I'm not sure if it's like that, but it's just what I'm seeing right now. So that you still have kind of an area that you look after, but you come together and share. Not sure if that even makes sense in that the way you work. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think in the past it's always just been that one person, which has generally been me, to kind of hold that bigger space. And
Yes.
even though I may have had other people working with me, that responsibility, I guess, ultimately was still carried here.
Yeah.
And if like there was no backstop behind this person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
would that be up to you then, to people with whom you would like to work together? Oh, that's fantastic too. And they would like to work with you?
I can't ask them, but yeah,
Yes.
potentially, yeah.
Yeah. So then it's kind of a team.
Yeah, as opposed to like, just being one person's kind of project or.
Yeah. Sounds also very clear, Susie, what you would like. See. Yeah. And then to whom would you have to talk about this? To the one that is financing the whole thing?
Yeah, there's a couple of people that were keen to. One is like the festivals kind of coordinator, and the other one is like more of the manager or director above that person. So, and I know both of them, and they're both lovely.
I mean, of course, they would need to know to whom they can go if they need to speak to you, So, of course, that would be good. Or, because, or are you the whole time in communication? If there's 5 people responsible, for example, and they need to talk to you and get some information, everybody has to have the same information, isn't it? Not sure how that would work, but I'm pretty sure you know.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah, it's interesting to feel in the body that stepping out of that old I guess that old way or that ways of doing. I guess because it does have yeah, I guess to use your words, that have been unhealthy. And so I can feel a little distrust comes up in that space too. Because it's not something that that has that kind of trust in, I guess, if that makes sense.
Because it's new.
Because it's new.
Yeah. You know, there will be, you know, some ups and downs in exploring the new, isn't it? It's like it has to find its way. So sometimes, oh, this didn't work. Oh, then just backs off and tries something new, isn't it? It's like, so sometimes it feels like it's you failed, but actually you never fail because it's just an exploration. Then you find out, oh, was a good idea, but this didn't actually work, and so then you do something new.
Yeah, something different.
But I can imagine that does sometimes feel a bit wobbly, just a bit wobbly. No, learning to walk.
Yeah. I feel like my life has felt
like that. Ooh, I'm standing on one leg. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it just because it tends to have that public aspect to it. There's a yeah, it's like I guess there's just a bigger audience for if that makes sense. So I'm not 100% sure that this is perhaps the right avenue to try that. I'm not sure if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
no, the question would be, what do you have to lose? You know, if you're exploring something new and offering something, and you know, the risk, especially in art, is always there that some people won't like it and others. I mean, it's similar conversation than with Andrea in a way.
yeah.
It's like some people will just cut you into pieces right there, and others will just say, wow, this will, you know. So that's the risk when you go out, when you
Put yourself down.
when you're alive. Just being alive is enough for that. So, and there again, you know, if it excites you what you're doing, that's the most important. It's like, wow, yes, I like to offer this, or I like to present this, or and right now I'm going this way. I don't know, but I don't really know. But if you can go with that curiosity and that aliveness in a way, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time. You know, when people are really courageous and going for it, you know, sometimes it just boofs, but they've done it, you know, they've done it. They lived a piece of passion. So if you want to be loved by everybody, then maybe that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
it's
I
definitely a question I've asked myself. I think it's just like the arts just has such a, you have such a profile. Like it's
Yeah,
there's such a public face to that, and I guess and that does come with that. Yeah,
yes,
that real
absolutely.
exposure and that vulnerability.
It does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like
No.
you know, there's a part of me that would just loves to be creative and all of those things, but just more for my own enjoyment, and
Yeah,
that element just like it's I think particularly when you feel like you just want to be gentle with yourself and, you know, not protective, but just kind of snuggling and
yes,
mm,
yeah. You
mm,
know, there will be, I'm pretty sure all of those emotions will come during, you know,
mm,
but I mean, you know that it's all passing. You know, one moment you will be euphoric and think, wow, this is it. And next moment it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here?
mm,
So I guess that might happen in between, but you just being aware of that doesn't mean anything about you, doesn't mean about anything actually, doesn't mean much. It's
mm,
just you being alive and getting out there.
mm.
That's pretty awesome.
There's definitely a pull.
Yeah, we can talk in between, you know. It's like, wow, wherever it is at that point, you know, then we can have a conversation again, you know, like just coming back to clarity or coming back to, oh, you know, it's right that I'm doing it, or no, no, I got to get out of it, or, you know, whatever it is.
Mm,
But it shouldn't stop you from living your passion
mm, mm,
and inviting something different than stress.
mm, mm.
But there will be definitely lots of sensations and feelings. I'm
It's
pretty sure about that.
it's true. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's like, and I don't know whether other people can relate, like it's like I guess we have like this space with you and with each other, and it's probably you know, can say with the Sangha, but beyond that, that there hasn't been that how do I put words on it, in a way it's kind of felt like there's been a, not a hiding of it, but it hasn't um well, all I can say is at the moment I find myself wanting to push out into those spaces, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm so glad to hear.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and because you mentioned it, we're having this space here, you know, the Sangha, and you know, our home in a certain way.
Mm,
So you've got that. That's always behind you. That's always you can lean into that. And then the other, you know, the world kind of, that's just playground actually.
mm,
It's actually just for playing. There's nothing serious about it. It's a strange idea that kind of crept in that life is so serious.
mm,
But actually, that's just kindergarten. There you play. You know, here you're home and then you go out and play.
mm.
and you fall over, and then you come home again, and we clean your wounds and stuff, and then you go out again playing. So, you know, it's not serious. It's not serious whatsoever. It's you know, that's maybe also something we can realize more and more. I mean, I've definitely still, gosh, all that seriousness in this kind of life, and seeing, wow, what a joke it is. There's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Nothing. What could happen? Nothing. Nothing. Like Judith, all of a sudden finding herself with broken, 3 times brokenness there. You know, look at her. There she is, smiling. Oh, my gosh. Yes, sitting in that journey now. Might hurt and all of that, and still, it's like nothing can happen to your home. Yeah. It's really, it's not serious. It just looks
Feels
sometimes.
serious, yeah.
Oh,
The mind likes to think it's serious.
yes, yes. I guess that's why we have this conversation. It's not. It's definitely not serious. So now go out and play.
Is it great?
Broken leg again. Ow, ow, ow. Yes. Yeah.
It's quite sweet. It's a very different perspective or lens, yeah, to come from.
Yeah. I think that's also part of what we can say goodbye to. It opens up a totally new world, you know, when that seriousness is gone. It's like, oh, you go out and you smile. It's like, because nothing can happen to you. Rather than, oh my gosh, you know, how do I do it right? Oh, oh, it's already over. Playtime already over.
Yeah, it's like how to do it in a way that is, yeah, like really honoring here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Only. Because only then it's fun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's really serious and stretching. And gosh, if you go just for one moment into you have to do it right or a certain way, or oh, stress. Unhealthy, unhealthy. Rather than, wow, I'm curious and wow, I want to do it differently this time. Let's see if I find some playmates.
Yeah, to do it. Yeah. I think
See if,
that'll be to see if they're on the same or open to. Yeah. I'm
yeah.
not 100% sure, but
Oh, if you present it in a certain, you know, if
way.
you present it with your passion and your
Yeah.
felt sense of this is what you like to do, ah, that's so, so powerful. And then people can decide, you know,
Yeah.
yes, it's for me, or no, it's not for me. But then somebody else will come if, you know, you have to be clear what you
Yeah.
want. Yeah. More
Yeah.
clear, more precise in your vision.
Yeah.
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 So dream big.
Yeah. We'll see. See what I do.
Okay.
Thanks, Meike.
Oh, thank you. Very exciting.
I'll keep you posted.
Yes, please. We all want to know.
Thank you.
Sylvie.
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
First, I would like to ask to Eva if she wants to come again back.
Oh, is she back? Is
Yeah,
she
she
there?
just came in again, so I don't know if
Thanks.
she's
Okay.
I
available
would
or not.
like to sit, but it's okay. You can go first. It's
Oh
fine.
no, you're too sweet. You go. Okay, I will wait.
Okay, I
Oh,
will go quick.
okay. Cool. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're also very sweet. Wait, where's Eva? There. Ah, there you are.
Yeah, they called me. She fell out of the bed
Yeah.
on her head.
On her head.
Yeah, but they made a scan and it's okay. But she has a delirium, so she's hallucinating and stuff.
Mm.
So and I noticed that I had all of this, of course, with my dad, and now oh, it's frozen.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can hear you still. Can you hear
yeah,
me? Good.
yeah. And now exactly the same is repeating itself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just noticed that I how much it did with the system. Um, yeah, I really I was quite touched by it all, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the whole time with your father.
No, by what now happened to her actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel so many things, like also, for example, I am, because my brother is in Thailand, that is her son, I'm her stepchild. And I think I always felt not really part of the family, or she always yeah, but anyway, I noticed just so many things coming up. First of all, like all the conversations with all the doctors is like my system was in a complete overdrive. My head was totally fried. And but I also noticed that I I really, and I feel a bit weird about it, but I really that I'm happy that I can be doing this, because it makes me feel that somehow I always didn't really feel her like a mother, because she is not my mother, but somehow there is something which makes me feel that like I always felt that she didn't find me so important as her son. And the kind of, I think there's a part of me that wants to be involved.
Mhm.
So overcompensating a little bit about all of that. But I can also feel when I sit with you that I wanted to fix all of that. And when I sit with you, I know, like, oh yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Like I can just observe all these things that the system has, and yeah, there's nothing to do about it. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
I'm angry at myself because I'm trying to get a little bit less stress, because I'm coming net just out of this thing with my dad, only like organizing all the time. And I just felt like, oh no, I'm now, but now that wasn't possible. So my system was in a complete overdrive. And that
Mhm.
yeah, and then I'm angry at myself that or that I wasn't able to keep the peace, or to take good care of myself, yeah, all those things, yeah. But yeah, it's just it's not in my hands, yeah.
Mm. can there be a bit of gentleness around that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a lot, Eva, it's a lot. It's like, you saw your dad coming, to his end. It took a few years, and now you watch the same with your stepmom. It is a lot.
Yeah, and my heart also breaks for her.
Mm.
Yeah, I find it so, and then I'm here again, and then I really feel like, because I'm going to Germany on the 6th, I really feel then like, okay, I just need to go there, because I feel so much, then I want to see her, but it's a lot for my body to travel up and down.
Mm.
So I'm in this limbo, like I feel guilty again, the thing that I had with my dad. Yeah.
Yeah. So that guilt, what's that good for?
Yeah, it's not good for anybody. I know that.
No, no, no. Is her son, so your brother, is he coming back or
No,
no?
he's not coming. He he was very unhappy in the Netherlands. So yeah, and he found new love in Thailand, and yeah, he can, of course, when she would be dying, he would come back, but not now.
Okay. So is there anything you can do for her?
Yeah, that is what I'm doing. And I think that
Yeah.
at the moment I actually have it quite rational, that at the moment what I'm doing is everything I can do for her, and that's the best that I can actually do from here.
Good.
When I'm able to do it, because if I'm traveling, I'm too exhausted, and then
Yeah.
later, maybe when after the retreat or something, I can go there, because at this moment she's totally in a delirium,
Good.
and she doesn't know anyways.
Yeah.
So but there is a part in me that feels I want to be here, there for her, and I cannot be there for her. Like, if I would be in the Netherlands, of course I would go there, and I would have loved that it was like that, but it's not like that.
It
Yeah.
is not exactly. No.
Yeah.
So you're very clear.
And yeah, I'm on the phone with the doctor, so it's like I'm doing everything I can to make it good for her. Yeah.
Mm.
And but I think it's like this feeling of feeling for her, or just feeling this sort of emotion about what happened to her, like that I feel, or yeah, it touches me. Like, she just lost her husband. She loses her cat. There's a sick cat in her home. She lost her home 2 times now, and it breaks my heart. And I find, and that makes then it's difficult for me to be with that sensation.
Yeah, I understand. See, there's something, I mean, it is hard to watch. It is hard to watch when we know that somebody hasn't found their home in themselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
the,
that's
I mean, just, you know, if home is here, it really, the circumstance doesn't much matter.
no, and this is just life, this deterioration of, or how do you say that, this breakdown of what I see with my dad, what's gonna happen to everybody, like, in a way of, this is just life.
doing
Yeah.
its thing, coming and going.
Yeah.
Every moment changes. It's not possible to hold on to anything. So, and if you have had the luck or the grace to have had an experience of home here, maybe then it does not matter. Then it doesn't matter.
No. And that's the biggest gift that I can give to life, to myself, and to everybody. If I know this, oh, sorry, it's
Yes.
frozen. If I know this place and can stay there, yeah, I can feel that now. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. That's
Yeah.
making me again knowing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like so. I find it, and I wonder what happened because this happened with my dad too. Like that, um, yeah, it's also a sort of projection of yeah, I don't know.
It is projection, but I wouldn't even spend a moment there. Just come home
Oh,
again. Just coming here again.
yeah,
Yeah. Everything else is a movement away into confusion and the crazy world.
yeah, and like about the sensation that I find, or the thought that is really difficult for me, is that I should be there for her, and I'm leaving her alone. You know, like yeah.
Yeah. What a joke, huh?
Yeah, I think a part of me still believes that I should go there.
Yeah.
That it's bad that I'm not going there. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you get for that thought?
Sorry.
What do you get for that thought? So
Yeah,
there's
no,
that.
it's
What do you get for
it's
it?
it's not pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it worth holding on to that thought? No. No. Hmm. So, that thought landed somewhere and we can kiss it goodbye.
And maybe I will go there. Yeah.
That's a different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
That's a totally different story. There is that I should, or let's see what the moment wants. Isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a totally different approach. It's that, oh my gosh, I haven't done it, and I should have come earlier, and I should have come later, and why didn't I? That spiral. Or,
Yeah.
okay, my plans are this and this and this, and let's see where, I'm willing to. I'm willing to. So let's see how it moves.
Yeah.
One is, oh, how does the one feel, where you should have done it differently? How does that
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah, that feels terrible.
Yeah. And how does it feel is, oh yes, I would. Let's just see how it fits into my life. How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels much more relaxed. Yeah, the thought only that I should is sometimes so strong, but that is like what you say, I really have to put my foot down
Yes.
because
Put your
it's
foot
really
down.
like that. It's like so much pulling, right? Like it's
Yes.
oh,
Yes. Put your foot down. I like that. Mm. Put your
yeah,
foot down. Yeah. So you always know when it really doesn't feel good and it makes you feel bad about yourself, then you have to put your foot down.
yeah,
Yeah. When it opens up in a way, oh, I would like to visit her, and let's just see how it fits into the life flow
yeah,
when it feels relaxed. that's the path you go. It's very, very simple. It's black and white. One makes you feel really bad about yourself, and the other one brings you into flow. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's see what's next. It's
Yeah.
very, very simple in a way. It's only, oh, it contracts and gives you really a bad image of yourself. Or it's like, yes, let's see what's next. Mhm. Mhm. And one is confused, away, lost, and the other one is at home.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It's like, yeah, let's see. Maybe next week or maybe after we'll see. Then you look fresh, moment by
Yeah.
moment. Mhm.
This life, it's never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
No.
No. It's absolutely amazing adventure.
Yeah. If you
Absolutely.
just think like, oh, it's then it's amazing what happens. Yeah.
Absolutely. And, let's see if we can take that seriousness out of it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. Even when our loved ones going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
If they,
No, and it is like a whole all the things that happen, like yeah, I could laugh about a lot because it's also crazy. Yeah. There
we
was
just
like
know.
also a neighbor, for example, that yeah, some woman appeared and like wanted to help, but nobody knows her, and yeah, like all these kind of strange things. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
life is
That's,
amazing. It has like so much creativity. Yeah.
mm.
Mm. Thank you so much. Mm.
Mm. Wishing you all the best on this journey, and blessings
I'm
to
very
your,
curious what's gonna happen. All yeah.
with luck she doesn't have to suffer too
No,
much.
at least she was very, because she's in a delirium now. Like this night, she was hallucinating and screaming, but she doesn't know anything. Now she's just, she sounded happy, but very confused, but happy like my dad. So that I hope that then that's good. Yeah, I hope that that's,
Yes.
yeah, but we
At
don't
least it
know.
seems
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Mm. All right. Thank you.
Sylvie, that was very
Hi.
kind. I didn't
Yeah,
see I
of
didn't see
course.
that in-
And she needs it more than I do. So yeah. I would love to look at layer 37 of public speaking. In 2 weeks, I have to speak again in front of 50 people or something. And
Mhm.
I also felt the next layer of public speaking again. So I think it's a past life again. And what I'm really feeling is like I've been held by two people and like almost choking or something. So I wanted to sit with that.
Let's just take that off. Put those people, in their place, away from you.
Oh. Oh.
Me too.
But do you also have a past life healing again?
Definitely, definitely. Definitely. I always have I've shared that before. Here was the tongue was cut out.
Yeah.
Put those people away.
Yeah.
Not needed anymore. Done.
But are you feeling my system or do you have another healing on something?
Who knows, Sylvie? Who knows in the end? I just could feel the same shiver.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, this movement to take that and put it into place. It's not here, not here, not here. Done. No more. No more.
Yeah, it's opening up.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing 37.
Oh, I'm also getting now an image again of I don't know the English word at this moment. The brandstapel? The
Burning?
fire.
Being
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yes, of course. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, what we had to go through in all these lives, being burned, being choked,
Yeah.
just to keep us quiet, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that's over. Come
Yeah.
on down. Come on down. You're still alive. It's actually really exciting, isn't it? That those times are over.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't understand. I already did so much healing on everything, and it just layers appear and appear and appear, and it's really is making me difficult.
Go the other way, Sylvie. It's just
Yeah.
let them just all come so that they just revisiting one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just slow them down really one by one and put them in their place. Set a clear boundary. It's over. It's over. I'm just seeing, like, again, it's like frequencies.
Yeah.
I actually see light frequencies right in front. It's sometimes I see it like that, but right now I see it like that, and leave all those out there so that you have all your space all the space you need to express. They can't reach you anymore. It's funny, that's what I'm seeing.
Oh.
It's over. It is so over.
Something happening in my belly. Yeah.
I feel that too. It's interesting, is again, it seems like the subject of today's meeting is that, being at home here, nothing can happen to you. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
What are you feeling? Or just being?
Yeah, no, I do feel it's still reorganizing in my belly. I'm not sure if you feel that too. So there's a lot of movement. And there's been kind of at the same time really the focus to stay here. There's this saying what you have to say.
Yeah.
Not less and not more.
Oh.
And here again, there will be some that totally resonate, and there will be those that don't resonate. But if, I know if you're at home, you will exactly speak what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
There will be no doubt in you, even. There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
This needs to be said. Can even start your speech like that. I see. This needs to be said.
Yeah, and they're trying to intimidate me.
Absolutely.
I'm being followed now by international police on Twitter.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And they can't do you anything
Yeah.
if you stay here.
Yeah.
You say what you have to say. You don't have to justify. It's just this amount you have to say, not more, not less.
Mm-hmm.
The more clear you are, the more easy it will be for your system. And we know that there will always some that will not resonate, and they will tear you apart, and there will be those that resonate. It's just like that.
Yeah, I'm used to.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, I
We're
already.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ones that don't resonate, it will feel like they're choking you, and they do. Energetically, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I see that, the more you are right here, the more you will have that kind of those waves come out of your system that will keep that away. It will keep you safe is not the right word, but it will not bother you.
Yeah.
Because you do what you have to do.
Yeah, and I feel so much fire and power to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who would have thought, huh?
Yeah. I said it to my partner yesterday. Oh, the international police is following me now, and he said, "Oh, you must. How do you say it in English? You must have done something good. You're doing a good job then."
Ah, that's nice.
So it's a compliment, actually.
Yes, yes, it's a compliment. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. It feels so open and yeah, without
It's
37 again.
yeah,
So
true. Let 37 ABC, let them all come. I love it. I love it. It's so important, Sylvie. So bring
yeah,
it.
and I
If it
really,
comes, if
yeah,
there's more, bring it. It's so important. So
yeah.
important.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm. Ah, thank you all for being here. What a beautiful meeting again. Love and peace. And those who are in WA, go to the retreat, wishing you a most beautiful retreat. Yes, I'll be there in spirit. Yes. Mwah. Ciao.